On starry nights when the moon is full and the air still, you can hear the sounds of faraway ships and distant laughter. They echo over the hills and through the valley, down calm canals and sleepy inlets. Every engine knows that these are the sounds that say the harbor is hard at work at the big station by the sea.
The fishermen who used the port near the big station were bringing in more fish than ever before. Each day the sheds on the quayside were piled high with boxes. Much of this extra fish had to travel by rail, so the trains which Henry and the other engines had to pull became heavier. One night, a special load of fish was ordered, and the Fat Controller decided that extra vans must be added to the train that the men called the Flying Kipper. The only spare vans that they could find were old ones that had been standing unused on a siding for some time. Workmen cleaned them quickly, and they were added to the tail of the train.
Henry waited impatiently by the quayside as Duck shunted them into position. Thomas puffed by with the mail train. Hello, Duck. Going fishing? I'd take care if I were you. Why? Huffed Duck. Well, for one thing, puffed Thomas, remembering his own experience, if fish get into an engine's boiler, they always cause trouble. And for another, fish can be awfully smelly. And I know what I'm talking about. Good night.
Henry grumbled dreadfully about it, but there was nothing to be done. "You'll just have to put up with it, Henry," said his driver. "At least the extra load will mean we can have a banker up Gordon's Hill."
Meanwhile, Duck was waiting at Edward's station so that he could help the heavy train by pushing from behind.
Duck often waited at Edward's station so that he could help heavy trains by pushing behind. Tonight, Henry made good progress in spite of his extra load.
When they reached Edward Station, his driver stopped the train beyond the platform.
Then, using Henry's whistle, he gave the special signal which meant that he wanted help up the hill. "Beep, beep, beep, beep," whistled Henry. "I need a banker, please."
"Beep, beep," replied Duck. "I won't be long." "Beep, beep, beep, beep. I need help, please."
"Beep, beep," replied Duck. "I shan't be long." Duck buffered gently up to Henry's train. He was not coupled on, so that
Henry would then be able to run on without stopping when they reached the top of the hill. "Ready!"
"Ready!" Duck whistled.
"Ready!" whistled Duck, and off they went. Soon they reached Gordon's Hill. Push hard, puffed Henry. We're doing it, replied Duck.
Pull hard, puffed Henry. We're doing it, replied Duck.
Henry was pulling his train harder than he realized.
It was a dark night, and Duck felt the weight on his buffers slacken. Because of the dark, he could not see that Henry had taken the train on his own and was slowly drawing ahead. All trains carry a red lamp on the final vehicle to show that the train is complete. This is called a tail lamp. Duck's driver began to be worried. There's no sign of a tail lamp, he said to the fireman, but we must keep going.
He whistled, but there was no reply. Then Duck noticed something else. There's no sign of a tail lamp, he puffed.
Duck whistled, but there was no reply from Henry. Henry, meanwhile, was going well.
Meanwhile, Henry had noticed something too.
But his train seemed to be getting heavier.
My train's getting heavier, he thought to himself. I'm slowing down. Then there was trouble.
He had to keep moving, but he could not avoid slowing down. Suddenly, from behind him, there came a splintering crash. Duck's front bent and pieces of broken wood began to fall on him, one of them denting his funnel. He stopped quickly, and Henry, feeling the jolt, stopped too, just beyond the top of the hill.
No one was hurt, but a strong smell of fish hung in the air.
Over Gordon's Hill, by the light of torches, the drivers and firemen tried to work out what had happened, while the guard ran back down the hill to warn the signalman. When daylight came,
Next day, workmen found the broken tail lamp at the bottom of the hill.
it was all too obvious. The lamp iron on the old van which should have held the tail lamp had broken, and the lamp had fallen off at the bottom of the hill.
Sir Topham Hatt spoke kindly to Duck. The accident wasn't your fault.
Old Duck, said the Vat Controller, that lamp iron should have been checked.
We should have checked that this tail lamp was fixed on properly.
Don't worry, we'll soon have your funnel and front straightened out.
We'll soon have you in working order again.
Thank you, sir, said Duck sadly. Thomas told me once to be careful about fish. He was right, sir, wasn't he?
They got me in a right pickle, didn't they?